So Greg, you've been a customer of ours for probably about 5 years. First, you had us out. We did these landscaping walls and the nice coping.
That's right.
We did lights for you afterward, and a couple years later, you asked me to come out and give you an estimate for putting in a brick paver driveway. Prior to the brick paver driveway, you had existing a stamped concrete driveway. How many years did you have that driveway, Greg? Do you remember?
Uh, Probably about 8 or 9 years.
And from the initial install of it till 8 or 9 years of having it, what did you think about it?
First couple of years is pretty good. You got to put sealer on it every year, sometimes twice a year, if you want to gloss to that. And then after about the fourth, fifth year, because of the buildup of the sealer, it starts fogging up. It's the moisture coming out of the ground, and it's getting hung up underneath the sealer.
So it gets trapped.
It gets trapped, and your driveway's all foggy. So at the 8th and 9th year, I couldn't get the fog. I could not get the fog away. It was always there. No matter what I did to the drive, we stripped it. We spent thousands of dollars trying to fix that driveway to get it back to original shape. You can't do it, and I'm not the only one. I got neighbors across the street. Their driveway looks terrible because of the same reason. So I said, I got a hold of Gino because he did my wall over here, did a fantastic job. Nice guys, nice workers. And I said, put in me a paver driveway in. And it's beautiful. After 1 year, it's 1 year now, and it's just as good as it was first put in. It's nice and level. Run a snow shovel over it. No issues at all with that driveway.
Now, with the stamped concrete driveway that you had, did ever at all in them 8, 9 years, did you ever have any flaking, discoloration, any cracking, any heaving?
Well, it cracked. It cracked. I don't know if it's because of the moisture in the ground. It was starting to fail. The 4 slabs at the bottom of the driveway were starting to fail. That's another reason why I had it replaced.
Was there any mesh or rebar put into
There
that?
was mesh in the whole thing, yeah.
And you watched the installation method when they put that in, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they installed it just as you're supposed to.
Yeah, they did everything right. Yep. And the city passed it. Yep.
One of the things that is a big misconception, especially here in our climate, being in the north in Michigan, is that the freeze and thaw cycles that we endure through the winter, concrete just doesn't have the same expansion life as like a brick paver. And then one of the beauties of brick paver is if it's installed properly, and ever if there was any failure in certain areas, I mean, you could simply see how easy it would be to pick it up, re-level it, and lay it back down.
Yeah, you could take a brick out if you needed to, but like I said, after 1 year, nothing is the same as when they put it in last year. It's great. And we had a bad winter this year, a lot of ice. It's great.
So prior to you finally making a decision to get a new driveway put in, and I'm grateful that you didn't have to look to anyone else to give you an estimate or consider someone else, and that was because we had the fortunate to do the walls. But what can you describe like your experience with the crew when they showed up? How it went through the process? Were the guys clean? Were they neat? Polite?
Yeah, everybody was real nice. There's like 5 or 6 guys here, 4, 5, or 6 days, and yeah, they were all real polite. They cleaned up at the end of the day. Everything was cleaned up good. Everything was put away. And I sat with them a lot just to chit-chat with them while they were doing the work. Not to tell them what to do, just to chit-chat with them because they were those kind of people. You could have conversation all day long with them about different subjects. And
they loved the job, by the way.
they were very
they loved hanging out here with you.
They liked hanging out with. They were very respectful to my wife and I, so we
Good.
appreciate that.
Good. Yeah, we definitely appreciated it. This was one of our first opportunities to put a driveway in, too, in this area. We had the privilege to put one in southern Oakland County last year, but down here in our main area in Flat Rock, having the ability to put in a driveway here really got to showcase. And the choice of stone that Greg and his wife Sharon had chose are the ultimate. They took a Copthorne 3-piece series, and then we did a fantastic artistic layout up by the garage door, which is fantastic. So we're trying to have this video to promote, to explain to customers that concrete isn't the only option people can go with anymore. For driveways, for patios, for walkways. pavers add so much elegance, and Greg's home here is just absolutely stunning, and the driveway just caps it off. You know. How have you felt now seeing it every single day versus seeing the old stamped concrete? I mean,
Oh, there's no comparison. I mean, it's just so nice. I mean, we get a lot of compliments from it. The neighbors compliment us. People stop by, they're driving by, and they tell us how nice the driveway looks, and wants to know who put it in, and we tell them. And so it's been a great experience, and I don't think we're going to have any problems in the future with this driveway. There's no way. It doesn't even compare to that stamped concrete. If you're thinking stamped concrete, I advise you not to do it. Don't go that route. Go this route. This is a lot better.
and this almost looks as if it already has a seal to it, but this was just right off the bundles into the installation.
There's a little sealant on it. It's built right into the stone, so it's not like you have to put any on top of it. In fact, they recommend that you don't. And it has a low gloss to it. It's not a high gloss, so it's not slippery. The high gloss on those stamped concrete, it can get pretty slippery when it's wet, and then if you throw sand on it, you make that driveway look even worse.
Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate that information. That's helpful for us. It'll be helpful for other people in the future.
Oh, absolutely. I recommend GLC because those guys do a really nice job. Absolutely do.